Okay, so we have here a question. Um, it says, "Good afternoon. How about those municipalities where there is suspension of face-to-face distribution and retrieval of modules? When will we implement SBFP in our schools?" So I think to answer this question, let's call on Nurse Cynthia.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Last Wednesday po, when we had our meeting with our SDS and ASDSS, natanong ko po yan if yung mga municipality nga po na may mga suspension ng klase. Sabi po ni ma'am, tuloy daw po ang implementation because that food is essential. Thank you po, ma'am, for the question.
So again, the answer to that question is you may continue with the distribution because food is essential. Siguro lang po, when we do the distribution, we just need to follow the IATF or health protocols for the safety of everyone, especially po ng ating mga teachers. We have another question here. Ang NFP and milk products po ba ay sorted or packed na per school bago i-deliver sa drop-off point? Or magsusort pa every time i-deliver sa drop-off point? So to answer this question, let's have Nurse Cynthia po.
Hello, ma'am. Nakapack na daw po yan, sabi ng supplier. Ando na po yung nutritious food products in the milk.
Okay.
Ito yung school na naka-eco bag na po.
Lang po, if ang payment para sa hauling ay para sa nagde-deliver from division to the drop-off points.
Operational expenses.
So ulitin ko lang po yung regarding po sa question if pack na po. Yes po, nakapack na po yung i-deliver sa mga drop-off points. Hindi na po natin kailangan mag-sort kasi po they are individually packed, ready for distribution na po. Regarding the howling po, Nurse Mel? Okay, so wala po tayong howling according to our speakers since it will be delivered by the supplier. So yung supplier po ang magdadala sa mga drop-off points. So from drop-off points
to the schools. Question: the expenses allowed from the drop-off points to the schools and to the houses is covered by the operational expenses, which will be prepared by the school in the WFP. Yun lang po ang covered po yung from drop-off points to the school to the houses distributed. Covered po yan ng operational expenses. Okay po?
Again, yung hauling po it will be charged to the operational expenses. So ang magiging role na lang po ng school is yung from drop-off point to schools or the households. Sige, I think we have answered your question, ma'am, regarding howling. Ngayon naman po, next question. Last year po, all kinder are included in the SBFP beneficiaries. My question po is, all the grade 1 enrollees are included for this year? To answer this question, let's have Nurse Cynthia.
Yung lahat po ng kindergarten na grade 1 pupils na ngayon ay hindi po sila accommodate. Hindi po sila pwedeng ma-accommodate kasi nga po kulang ang ating budget. So nagbigay lang po kami ng figures doon sa severely wasted and wasted na breakdown. Kung ano po yung ibinigay namin na figures, yun lang po ang bibigyan nyo ng feeding. Sila lang po ang included sa feeding. If ever po may excess kayo sa kindergarten, pwede po nyong ibigay po sa grade 1 pupil. Ayun na po ang bahalang mag-classify whether severely wasted or wasted po sila
So again, with regards to your question, hindi po lahat, no? So kung sino lang po yung identified or kung ano po yung figure na binigay kanina ni Nurse Cynthia, sila lang po ang ating magiging mga beneficiaries. Okay, so next question. Good afternoon po. Kung yung excess po sa grade 1 ay pwedeng ipalit ang kinder pupils, ang list po ba ng names nila as grade 1 din or as kinder pa rin po? Thank you. Again,
Excess sa grade 1.
pwede po bang ipalit yung excess sa grade 1 to kinder?
Bakit mag-excess?
Okay, so while we are waiting for
Paano sila nagkaroon?
while we are waiting for the speaker to answer the question, let's proceed with the next one. Babalikan po natin yon. Next question, kasama po ba ang secondary schools? No po. What do you mean secondary po? High school po? This is for elementary lang po, the school-based feeding program. This is for the elementary schools lang po. Okay. Next question, hello po. Ask ko lang po if the food packs should be delivered to the homes of the recipients or will it be obtained by the parents in the schools? So to answer that question, may we redirect you to Nurse Jovelyn.
Good afternoon po. To answer po your query, as I have mentioned po kanina, there are 3 modes po ng delivery ng commodities po sa mga bata. First mode po, it's either po the parents will be getting the commodities sa school. Another mode of delivery po is yung i-distribute po from school to the different households po ng mga recipients. And the third mode po is we can tap the barangay through the barangay health workers na i-deliver po ang mga commodities sa mga household po ng ating mga recipients. So, alin man po doon sa tatlo, you can use all those modes po, modality po, depende na po sa kung ano ang situation ng inyong barangay. For example, hindi po safe na pumunta ang mga parents sa school, then we can tap the barangay or whichever po, yung strategy po, depende na po yan sa inyong school feeding coordinators kung ano pong strategy ang gagamitin niya, basta po convenient and safe po sa ating lahat. Thank you po.
Next question po. Good afternoon. How about po the howling? Oh, okay, this was answered already. The howling from the drop-off point to school will be charged through the operational expenses po na ida-download po sa inyong schools. Next question, good afternoon po. Pwede po ba ang excess number of beneficiaries sa kinder ilagay ang slot sa ibang grade level? So to answer this question, let's redirect you to Nurse Cynthia. Siguro she will also answer the question na na-miss natin kanina.
Yung excess po na beneficiaries for kinder, pwede pong ibigay sa grade 1. Nagtataka lang po ako kung bakit magkakaroon ng excess number of beneficiaries sa grade 1. Ano na lang po kung anong school and sino po yung inyong district nurse and sila na lang po ang magbibigay ng answer sa inyo. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much, Nurse Cynthia. So again, for that, yung teacher po or coordinator man po with that concern, siguro po it's better if you send a message to your district nurse para po si district nurse mag-relay nito kay Nurse Cynthia and makausap po kayo kung what is the best solution to your concern po. Sunod po. Sino po ang sasagot nun na ang 2 pesos pa ay kulang. Nako,
Si Ma'am Cherry.
papasagot po natin to kay Ma'am Cherry kasi kulang daw ang 2 pesos. Kung anong school man po to, bibigyan po tayo ng liwanag ni Ma'am Cherry.
Lois. So, sad to say po, kahit kulang yung 2 pesos, wala talaga tayong magagawa kasi galing po yan sa central office. Kami po, magre-release lang. Kahit po ang health and nutrition, yung mga focal persons natin, wala naman po silang magagawa kasi yun lang talaga po ang binigay na budget. So, doon lang po talaga po tayo sa 2 pesos.
Yan, so maraming salamat Ma'am Cherry. Sabi nga ni po baga, maray na po ang igwang diit kaysa totally wara. So siguro po, kung ang dos po magkukulang, pagkasyahon ta na sana po, ngani po, maitauta ang serbisyo na hinahagad or kinakaipuhan ng itaw. Ano po? So again, kung sino po yung siguro relay your concern sa inyong district nurse para po mas lalo nating ma-explain at ma-address ang inyong concern. Good afternoon. May ibibigay po bang list of number of beneficiaries by school? Ito pong list na to, ang magbibigay po sa inyo are the district nurses po. So, ito po, basing on the list or the number of beneficiaries na ipoprovide din po or provide din po ng ating coordinator. So, sabi nga niya kanina, kung ano po yung figures na binigay, yun lang po ang ating magiging beneficiary. Paano po, ma'am, if kulang yung allotted budget na from drop-off point to school? So sabi nga po ni Ma'am Cherry kanina, sila po sa accounting at kami din po sa school health section, wala pong magagawa kasi ito lang po ang binigay na budget ng national or central office. Okay, next question. What time po ang delivery schedule? So, it was mentioned a while ago in the discussion of nurse jobs and Nurse Cynthia that the delivery schedule is before 11 a.m. po. Doon po sa mga drop-off points na na-mention kanina. Okay na po? Okay, another query. The number of kinder recipients po namin ngayon ay yung sa enrollment po ng kinder last year. Kaso, mas marami na po ngayon ang kinder enrollment namin. Paano po ba yung ibang kinder pupils na nakasabay sa listed beneficiary from DO? Okay, to answer this question, I think this is quite similar to the question a while ago. Pero sige, to satisfy you with the information you need, let's redirect you again to Nurse Cynthia.
Regarding po doon sa kulang na number of beneficiaries sa kindergarten, kami po kasi nag-base lang ng binigay namin sa inyo na enrollment sa kinder, based yun po sa planning section as of July 9, 2021. So bali po, because kulang po yung allotted budget na ibinigay sa atin ng national, kung sino po yung nakapag-enroll before July 9, sila po yung priority as recipients sa feeding. Pero sabi nga po ni Ma'am Marites Rabulan from Regional Office and Ma'am SDS, bahala na daw po mag-ino-ino magpaino-ino ang school para mabigyan din po yung hindi makakasabay sa feeding na kindergarten. Thank you po.
Okay, salamat Nurse Cynthia. So yun nga po, siguro po it depends on the school on how we will strategize or paano natin mapagkakasya or maipapaabot pa sa iba yung ating mga, kung ano man po ang commodity na dumating sa atin. But again, kung sino po yung nasa list or kung ilan po yung binigay na beneficiary, sila lang po ang priority natin. Follow-up question po, ma'am, sa grade 1 beneficiary. Kailan nyo po ibibigay yung number of beneficiaries Okay, yung for the list of beneficiaries, it will be given to you by the district nurses siguro right after matapos itong itong virtual. Okay, actually nasa nurses na lang po. So oo, so aantayin na lang po natin, no? Kasi since we still have this busy week, siguro po even on weekends they will be sending you the master list.
Breakdown.
Kailan po at sino ang magbibigay ng figures? Okay, yung figures po, yung meron na pong ibibigay sa inyo. It's with the district nurses. The district nurses will be giving you the master list or the breakdown or the figures for the beneficiaries. Siguro po, let's just be patient. Antayin natin, ibigay ito sa inyo. Sure naman po yan before the implementation, ibibigay po yan sa inyo. All incoming kinder po ba ay kasama sa feeding? All incoming kinder, yes po. Pero kung sino lang po yung nakahabol doon sa July 9, 2021 na enrollment, sila lang po ang kasabay sa listahan. Kasi kailangan din po natin magbigay lang ng deadline kasi if we will keep on waiting sa mga mag-e-enroll po, hindi po matatapos ang ating master listing, madedelay po ang ating implementation. Hello po, tanong lang po namin yung operating expenses, 2 pesos ay kulang.
Yan ba yung kanina?
Oo, iba na. Your question was already addressed. Pero ulitin lang po natin, na wala na po tayong magagawa with the operational expenses na ida-download sa atin or ibibigay sa atin ng central office. Pati po yung figures sa kinder kasi sabi niyo limited lang po ibinigay na figures for beneficiaries. Yung regarding this, grade 1 lang po ang may limited figures na binigay kasi po lahat po ng kinder, as long as naka-enroll sila nung hanggang July 9, kasali po sila as beneficiaries. Next question. Okay po, kasi ng breakdown ng kinder, sumobra ng 2, kaya kumuha kami sa grade 1 na wasted. So okay lang po yun. Like what I've said, nasa sa inyo na po yan kung paano nyo is-strategize yung yung distribution nyo of beneficiaries sa grade levels. Oh, so sabi po dito, yung enrollment nila as of now is 26. Yung previous is 18. Pwede pong idagdag yung natitirang 8 kinder pupils namin to feed all kinder pupils. 26 yung enrollment today ay yung present enrollees pero 16 lang yung last year. So kung pwede daw ba idagdag yung natitirang 8 kinder pupils to feed all kinder pupils. Can you please restate your question po para mas madaling maintindihan po ng ating speakers. We will go back to your question as soon as mag-comment din po kayo with the restated question. Salamat. Ask ko po if same WFP ang gagamitin with last year's WFP. Yes, we will be using the same WFP po. For clarification, yung beneficiaries po ng kinder ay based from the cut-off. Yes po, it is based from the cut-off, which was July 9, 2021. Okay, so from Sir Dante Cuba, the operational expenses can be utilized from the drop-off. Yes, oo. What about po yung travel of personnel from the barangay to drop-off point, which is central school? Okay, so babalikan po natin, Sir Dante, yung question nyo. We'll first finalize the kay Ma'am Che and Sir Romel. Paano po magiging cut-off ng enrollment sa July 21 na nag-start po ang enrollment August 16? Kung question ni Ma'am Dumitila sabay-sabay, kaya naman po tayo nag-cut off ng July 9 kasi nagkaroon po tayo ng pre-enrollment or pre-registration. Oo. August nga po yung na ating start ng enrollment but we had pre-registration. we going to determine the beneficiaries for grade 1 since we don't have a data kung sino sa kanila ang wasted and severely wasted? Thank you. Ma'am, to the coordinator who asked regarding the grade 1 po na wasted and severely wasted, paano malalaman? Antayin lang po natin yung sagot ni Nurse Cynthia po. To continue, para hindi po tayo, para mas marami tayong ma-entertain na questions. Ito po, next question. Separate po ba ang paggawa ng WFP, ng NFP and MILK
No.
operational expenses? So according to Nurse Romel, hindi po separate ang paggawa ng WFP, ng NFP and MILK operational expenses. Ayan. So I think that was the last question. Okay. Para po mas bigyan tayo ng linaw regarding the operational expenses, issues and concern, balikan po natin si Nurse Romel.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, DepEd Order number 31 regarding the operation expenses clearly stated that the operation expenses allowed is from the drop-off points to the school, to the distribution to the different houses. In case you have questions regarding the operation expenses, please ask your bookkeeper assigned to your school if it is allowed. Okay? And again, we will be preparing only one WFP for milk and NFP since isang source man lang yung fund natin is the one source man lang po yung fund natin. And para hindi po magkalituhan, isang WFP na lang po for milk and NFP combined. Okay, thank you po.
Good afternoon. Okay, so that was the last question. Pero as promised, babalikan natin yung question regarding doon sa how are we going to determine yung beneficiaries for grade 1 since we don't have a data kung sino sa kanila ang wasted and severely wasted. Okay, to answer this question, let me redirect you to Nurse Cynthia.
As I have mentioned po kanina, para makapag-identify tayo ng severely wasted and wasted sa grade 1, since wala po tayong face-to-face ngayon because of pandemic and weighing is suspended, it is stated in the guidelines that parents of grade 1 learners are requested to submit the child's BMI for age status certified by the RHU, SDO health personnel, or private doctors upon enrollment. Pero I'm not so sure if the LGU or the barangay will permit para po mag-weigh ng bata. And second option din po na ibinigay ng national is by yung mid-upper circumference or MUAC. But then, because of face-to-face, para maka-avoid po tayo ng COVID transmission, parang it's not possible to make use of this option. And the third one po, the implementer or the school head o kaya po yung school feeding coordinator can identify kung kilala po nyo or nakita nyo po yung grade 1 pupil na undernourished, kayo na po ang mag-identify whether ika-classify nyo po sila as severely wasted or wasted.
Okay, so thank you very much, Nurse Cynthia. So again, we are given 3 options kung paano po natin maka-classify yung grade 1 pupil, whether wasted or severely wasted, based po doon sa 3 strategies na binigay ni Nurse Cynthia. So I think wala na po tayong ibang questions. We will now proceed with our program, with our virtual orientation.